What's up, YouTube? South Jersey Longboards here. Today we've got another review for you guys on the Grizzly 852 trucks. Great truck, obviously as you guys can see. Been riding them for a while. I have them on my original Freeride 41. I have it currently. Well, these have the 52-degree base plate. I have actually been flipping them around, which I'll get to, and I'll show you guys some examples in a little while. But basically, when you flip them around, it then decreases the base plate to 40 degrees, and they actually sell them both ways. They more commonly sell them in 852, but you guys can go over and see, if you do get these trucks, you guys can go over and see my video on how to flip a hanger. You can get these to be a really good downhill truck. But basically, the 52 degrees are amazing for sliding and free ride. You can get nice carbs in. It's perfect for pumping, which is something that a 40-degree base plate doesn't do very well. It's pretty much the exact opposite of that. It's amazing downhill and not as much pumping, which you're not going to need if you're going downhill. So that's pretty much the basic advantages and disadvantages. It only takes about 5 minutes to flip a hanger on a truck, so you guys can go over and see my video. Basically on the Bear website, I've read some of the different features that they use. The first thing is called a specialized casting formula, which they describe it as being some of the best aluminum, I guess, casting formula, or whatever you want to call it, that is made on a truck. It pretty much rivals the Paris 180s, which, by the way, these are 180 degrees across. They pretty much rival that. I have not, well, actually, yeah, I have. I've ridden Paris 180s, but not extensively like I have these. I'm eventually going to be getting some. I'm probably going to be getting a new loaded board pretty soon, coming up in the summer. But so far, these trucks have been amazing. When I flip the hanger, it makes a ton more stable downhill, which really helps. I would say on a 52-degree base plate, pretty much max out at maybe around 28 miles per hour, I would say. And then you start to get a little bit of speed bobble, depending on how tight your kingpin bolt is. But a 40-degree, I would say probably, I don't hit this too often, but probably around 40 to 45 miles per hour is a good thing for these trucks. And then you're going to be, maybe you want to look at more precision trucks and stuff after that. The second feature that they describe is they have a widened rear base plate, as you can see here. Obviously, base plate's down here at the bottom. They say it adds more thickness to it, and it eliminates something called base plate warping, which I don't know what that is. You guys can look that up. I have no idea what that is. But something else that the widened base plate definitely does is it helps with different impacts from like the road and stuff like that. And it can sustain some heavy impacts too. I don't know how you would get a lot of heavy impacts on a truck. Maybe actually, that was actually stupid. If you're jumping off something, if you're like early grabbing off something, you come down really hard. They can sustain it. The last thing is it's got a new bushing seat. It's fully wrapped. I'll show you. Actually, I have an example for you. Oh, actually, no, I don't. I'll take it off and show you guys the bushing seat in a few minutes. It's really cool. It really helps to kind of lock the base in, and it also allows you to actually get more lean and stuff like that, and it really takes away from a lot of those restrictions. And something that also the new bushing, like holder plate, whatever you want to call it, it does is it actually allows for almost all bushing brands, which is very good. So now we'll go ahead, take this apart. I'll show you what a flipped hanger looks like, the 40 degree. Bear, and I'll show you some of the parts and stuff like that, and I'll show you the bushing seat. So let's go ahead and take it off. Alright, so I pre-loosened it, so we'll just take it off. Obviously your bolt, your washer, top bushing. I guess they're just Bear bushings. I've had no problem with them. They've been really good, really responsive. Here's the hanger. I'll show you guys the new bushing seat. Pretty much what I was talking about is, you can see this is the front of the hanger, and if you can see, this is indented in. So what it does is it really allows your bushings to fall right in there and be really make sure it's really like stable and stuff like that, and it allows for a lot more carving and things like that. You got your second bushing, and then your base plate here. I do not know how long this kingpin is. Looks about maybe around 2 1/4 inches. That doesn't really matter. So I showed you guys. You can rewind if you need to recall what it was like. I showed you guys the 52-degree base plate, and here is the 40-degree base plate. As you can see here, it's flipped around. The previous one had that indent in the front. This one's more flush mount, and that allows it to fall down and be more 40 degree. And like I said, great for downhill, but not responsive at lower speeds. So I would only suggest flipping the hanger if you're doing a whole day of more like downhill boarding and stuff like that. Still slides fine as long as you're experienced with it. It's still you can get down and really carve and slide fine. So yeah, that's pretty much it about the flipped hanger. Really helps out a lot. I currently, on my present setup, spring break right now, so we've been bombing a lot of hills. I currently have them flipped, and they feel really nice under your feet, but really they have no pump whatsoever. So if you're looking to get downhill and also slow stuff like that, like slow free ride, I wouldn't flip them at all. Just go ahead and put this in real quick. I just want to show you guys the sound of the new effective bushing seat, or whatever Bear wants to call it. But as you can see, that sound, that clicking sound, is clicking the bearings into the bushing seat, so you can really tell that they make a big difference. Just put this rest of the stuff on real quick, and I'll give you guys my final impressions of this. So far, the first trucks I ever rid on were Randall 180s, and then I switched over to Bear 180s. And definitely a big difference. I love them a lot more than the Randalls. Not putting anything against the Randalls. They're great trucks, but these just have a lot more versatility. They're more of an all-around longboarding wheel, or truck. Flipping the hanger, I probably said it maybe 5 times now. Great idea if you're going downhill, which is something I really like about Bear. They've really made it really easy to flip the hangers, and they actually are recommending it if you're doing stuff, like I said, downhill and stuff like that. So that's basically the Bear 852 and 840 if you got the 40-degree base plate. That's pretty much it about it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. You can go over and see some of our videos, some of our riding videos on our channel if you want to see these in action. They'll be on the original Freeride 41. And then my friend will have a review out soon. Probably for the people that are watching this right now, it's probably out. He's got a original Pintail 43, and we'll be doing, I think he has the S8s, original S8s, and we'll be going through some of the good stuff about those trucks. So stay tuned for all that if it's not already here, and please rate, comment, and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys later.